G'day once again, John at Down Under Tunage here in Melbourne, Australia. I'm going to do a response video for the movie Tag number 2 that was put out by Beth at REDRUM Records, and I was nominated by DrOktober to do a Mr. Sounds impressed, so yeah, she likes your style, DrOktober, and the horror movie genres that you show and Italian films. Yes. Yeah, she loves all that. So yeah, she's hiding behind the camera. She won't come on. So anyway, and also Slambo wanted his subscribers to put a response in because he's done one himself as well that I've looked at. So I'll join in. Yeah, there's 10 questions, and the first one is, what's the oldest soundtrack you've got? And I've got, this is South Pacific, this is 1958, so that's the oldest one I've got. Yeah, they had a song, Wash That Man Right Out of My Hair, and I remember that in the sort of, probably late 70s into the 80s, they had a shampoo commercial that was Wash That Grey Right Out of My Hair, so that was sort of how I can relate to that song. So yeah, that's the oldest one. Question 2 is, which soundtrack needs a reissue? Because I can't answer one of the questions later, I'll put 2 answers for this one, so that'll make up. The one I'm keen to get on vinyl is the Brazil soundtrack from the Terry Gilliam film.
Totally brilliant.
Totally brilliant, says Mrs. So that's this CD came out in 1992, and that the interest for me is the Kate Bush track. That's the Sam Lowry Dream sequence. She sings over that, which isn't actually in the film. It's only on this CD.
Very gorgeous.
And yeah, this is only a CD at this stage, so if it came out on vinyl, I'd be happy to get that. So that's the first one. Yeah, the second one I'd like to get is on vinyl is the one for Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I think that's only on CD as an official release. Yeah, that was a good sort of mid-1980s film. Yeah, the main one on that was the Oh Yeah from Yellow. Everybody knows that from that movie. And also 66 Sputnik did a Love Missile F-111. I think that's on the original as well. So they're that'd be good to be all on a compilation from that movie if it comes out on vinyl, which I don't think it is. Somebody might correct me, but I think it's a CD only for that. So that would be, yeah, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Most valuable. We don't have a lot of really expensive soundtracks, and you know that includes TV themes as well. You know, my wife's the main collector of those. And yeah, she's sort of fairly careful with her money, so she won't sort of spend too much on a record. But this is Hammer Horror. This is probably the most expensive because it's sort of basically, you know, a new record. And on Discogs it's about $40. I think this was 2016. And the Hammer Horrors, darling, that's the
complete and utter classics.
Really like them. Yeah, and it's a really gorgeous cover too. Yeah, that's probably the most expensive we've got, and yeah, not a lot, as I said, about probably $40 Australian median on Discogs for that.
That's a gotta have.
Okay. Favourite bargain bin? Well, the South Pacific is very cheap. It's only, you know, $1 or $2 at Oppie, so that would be one of them. But one that's sort of worth, you know, a bit more than bargain basement, is still cheap, is the one for The Mission. That came out in 1986. Ennio Morricone soundtrack, so that's usually, you know, less than $15 around here in Australia. Favourite coloured vinyl? We'll choose the Dark Shadows, which was was that right, darling? American TV sort of gothic themed soap opera, I think it was. Was it soapy?
I think it was British.
It says American.
Does it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the colour, this has got a the Dark Shadows TV series, which is ABC. That's the American ABC, not Australian ABC, from memory. And that's on a really nice purple marble with a bit of red, white and blue mixed up in it.
That is so exquisite.
Yeah, so that's quite a nice coloured one. And it also had a poster insert.
Worth framing those.
Oh yeah, wife says worth framing, but yeah, you'd want to keep all this together with the record for the collectability part of it. But that's it's quite an attractive one, that. Okay, the next one is favourite artwork, and
drum roll.
Drum roll, says Mrs. D. Oh shit. Forgot to put this one in.
Like an episode of Staged.
Episode of Stooge. The next one is the
drum roll.
Favourite artwork. Bit of cheek in the cheap seats, but anyway, we'll deal with that. And Nosferatu. This is I think this is 2016 with music by James Bernard. Of course, that's the classic scene of, was it Count Orlok? Was that his name? Count Orlok? The Dracula creeping up the stairs. And it's got a really nice sort of silver, it's hard to pick up in the light, but beautiful silver foil finish to it. And that one was also on a coloured vinyl, on red vinyl. And it's a double LP. And interestingly, in the 1980s, a band called the Screaming Tribesmen, an Aussie band, they also had that as a cover, but he's going the other way this time. This was an EP they had called Date with a Vampire. It's roughly 1985, I think it was. So, which way does he go, darling? Left or right in the movie? Does he go up the stairs or left? So she doesn't mind which way he goes because he just looks good anyway. So there you go. Most underrated composer, I'd pick Michael Nyman. He's done a lot of collaborations with Peter Greenaway. He does very avant-garde films that some people like, some people don't. But he's done Draftsman's Contract, Drowned by Numbers, The Cook, the Thief, His Wife and Her Lover, from Prospero's books. That's sort of like a compilation of some of his more well-known. He also did the piano, is that right?
Oh yeah.
The piano, with Jane Campion was the director. And that was a big seller, that one. Yeah, we don't have that, don't we?
No, we don't.
No, we haven't got that yet. Yeah, that was about 1992 or 93. That was quite... But I don't think he's won any major awards or anything, but he's sort of a Baroque, minimalist type composer. We did see him in concert too, didn't we, darling?
Absolutely.
We both went and saw him, and...
A million years ago.
It was quite a while ago, probably early 1990s, and it was very, very formal and structured and whatever. But it was quite a good experience. Yeah, the only Nyman we've got on vinyl is the Draftsman's Contract, but the other ones are being chased as we speak. So
that's been played to death. So brilliant soundtrack.
So we will add to the Michael Nyman, but he's a very underrated composer, in our humble opinions. True.
Absolutely. Yep. Oh.
All right. Favourite song? Well, if you took out the ones off the Ferris Bueller's, I'd like Giorgio Moroder from Midnight Express and Chase.
Unforgettable movie.
Good movie. Yeah, I'm more for the soundtrack of that, I think. But anyway, that's a really good track. Yeah, he's very synthy, Italo type composer. Of course, he did the classic one with Diana Ross. Was it Diana Ross later on? Oh, Donna Summer, sorry. Yeah, the I Feel Love that he did with Donna Summer. That's an absolute cracking track. I think you can get one that goes for about 13 minutes. So that's Chase on Giorgio Moroder from Midnight Express. Question 9 is one I didn't have an answer for, so that's why I did 2 answers for number 2. Yeah, the same version of the soundtrack with different versions, and yeah, we sort of don't have anything that we can think of. And the last one is one you would part with. Well, South Pacific, obviously we could, because you could pick that up I reckon I could probably go out and buy 10 copies today if I wanted to at the various op shops. It seems to be everywhere. If it was one that was a bit more, one that was a little bit harder to find that in theory I could get, is the Castaway. This is the 86 British, I think, done with Oliver Reed is the male, I know. Yeah, the reason we had this was for a Kate Bush song that was called Be Kind of My Mistakes. And yeah, at this stage you couldn't get it anywhere else. It was only on this soundtrack. And then of course in '89, when she put out This Woman's Work single, you could get Be Kind of My Mistakes on the B-side. So that's sort of now available. So in theory, that I don't think the other songs are that much chopped from memory off this, but that was the reason we got it. So in theory, that'd be one that I probably could part with. Okay, there's the 10 questions done, and thanks Beth for putting up the thread idea, and for DrOktober and Slambo for dobbing me in to do a response video. So we have that done, and yeah, wife will say goodbye, and then we'll see you later next time. So
Bye everybody, good luck.
Yeah, alright, and I'll head off as well, so until next time, see you later.